hope that everybody that hears this album will be able to get a message. And this particular song,
I wrote about it.
Church bitches and all. Schooling these niggas on the ass.
Yeah.
Religion and factual.
Turn it up a little loud, taking over the game. Head nod, just remember the name. We need y'all to turn it up when we holding the mic. HNMG, head nod for life. Turn it up.
To the soul we really knowin' all these rappers now ain't even got the flow. It's time to show them how we goin', how we wreck it when we showin'. Every place we go exploding, everybody want the vocal. When they yellin', they need to yell it. This the Head Nod clip.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. October 9th, episode 2. Head Not the Wave. Hey, hosted by your boys, Marc Price.
Yo.
Give it up. And man, Bogard Scott Free. Bogey.
I'm saying, pardon me, I lost my voice.
We got Prime One in the engineer booth over there.
What up, P?
Let's get
And your boy, Mr. Epik. How y'all doing after the night? So welcome to episode 2. How my boys doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How you doing? I mean, both of our football teams won this weekend.
Oh, we want to open that up.
My voice is gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We undefeated,
I guess
baby.
we can open it up with that. Let's go with that. So first thing, we'll let the undefeated talk last. Let's get some of the dirt. Let's get some of the dirt out first. You know, the Bears and the Raiders got together. Was in London, UK.
Oh yeah, we got
hanging out with the Queen.
Hold on, Ep here, ladies and gentlemen, in the audience. He's a Bears fan.
Let it be known.
And Price right here. He's representing, them black and silver.
The nation, baby.
Representing the nation.
Representing the nation.
Side note, okay, go ahead.
We all diehards up in here. We got the faithfuls in here. We got Raider Nation in here. We got the Bear down in here. We all faithful. We all loyal. So what? We was chopping it up. I was away at work, but I was watching on my phone, watching the game.
I know exactly what happened today.
And my Bears didn't show up. My defense was all shoddy in the beginning. But then I was getting lit up on the phone. My phone was getting lit.
Went down.
Yeah.
That was it. The Raiders could run.
Damn.
It was a wrap.
Yeah, I thought it was just temporary.
It was a wrap.
But my phone was getting
was like,
blown up
wow.
on that first one, boy.
And they flew in. This is bad coaching right here. Because they flew in on that Friday, the Bears.
I heard about, the schedule was fucked up for that.
I'm like a believer of like time zones and shit and fucking equilibriums and like, you got to go and adjust to a place. You go there on a Sunday, it's kind of arrogant.
So I'll tell you what happened. And this is
on a Sunday, they're going on a Friday and they got to perform.
This is as easy as it gets. We contained Mac, right? We made him a non-factor. And the boy Josh Jacobs just ran all over y'all.
Yeah, but that was the first half.
That's it. But that's it.
That was the first half.
That's all we got to say.
That's true. First half, that was true.
That
shit shocked everybody.
We made your defense look pedestrian, bro.
I wouldn't want to say pedestrian.
It was pedestrian, bro.
It did help too that it was Chase Daniels. I mean, Chase Daniels,
I can't blame him.
He didn't have problem moving the ball.
That was the running game, though. The Raiders' running game was running through my boys like, yo. But that was the first half. So I was getting litty. I was getting all the smoke.
Hey, I was hot
I was nervous
right
as
out
shit,
the gate,
though, bro.
all my parlays were fucked.
Because I was talking so much shit to you during the whole entire game.
Oh man. All I could do was just like watching my phone, man. I'm in the conference, just watching halfway.
I had Bears to cover, and it was all my parlays. So just that morning.
Yo, how about getting caused by people losing money? I'm like, yo,
I'm not. You know what it is too is that maybe I should start giving some faith in the Raiders as far as like when I look at the lines that Vegas be putting on them. You know what I mean? Because I've been thinking like, man, these Raiders about to get smashed. For the most part, like they have played some tough defenses. So in this case, it was supposed to be that case. But
John got his guys though, so he got his guys.
It was in Lundy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like funky shit happens in London all the time.
But everything switched in the second half. Because I got my homie saying, It was cool in the first half. Second half, everything changed.
We still won.
You still won. That was the final. But, we did. But Mac did get hands on car. Mac got hands on car.
We still win.
And we got screwed on a few calls, bro.
Oh, well, that always happens every week.
That's going to happen, especially to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Well, they don't like you guys.
All right, so, Bogey, we don't have time to talk about the Niners today. We're going to go ahead and transition.
You know what? We're the best. Right now, in the West, the best Bay Area team.
How you feel about the offense, though?
You know what? We lost McGlitchy he's gonna be a while. How long, P? 4? Yeah.
Yeah, your fullback.
Bro,
he's out. I think he's out 4 to 6.
Yeah,
and Juice is out 4 to 6.
And we lost Use Check.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He had surgery today.
Yeah. So it's like this is so now. Yeah.
Staley's
been
out
coming
too.
back in a few weeks.
Yeah, he come back in a few
but
weeks.
here, but the backer for Staley's been playing well. But Staley could move positions. He's done that before in the past. Here's the thing, though. Is man, my Niners be undefeated, baby. I'm worried
I
about
can't wait till the next podcast, bro.
We've been hella able to run, bro. And like this is gonna really affect our run game.
Yep,
I
yeah.
think enter
Your run game looks sick.
the quick release pass game now to the running backs. Because our run game was phenomenal because we got Juszczyk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's basically another lineman.
Okay.
And he be helping make holes and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then, he's done for a minute. They're basically on the same timeline. They're going to be gone. It's going to be some other shit. And we're playing a team that's like, they're coming off of like 2 embarrassing losses, essentially. The Rams, you know what I mean? And we're going to LA.
Yeah, the Rams look kind of off right now.
Yeah, hopefully we can kick them while they're down, you know what I mean? No, I'm serious.
I know. I mean, I'm not doubting you.
Because, to be honest, too, as a Niner, of course I'm going to soak it up. We're undefeated,
sure.
but this is the first real team, essentially.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, come on, the Browns.
Truth.
But his point star Jimmy's showing up for you like he's supposed to. I'm still wondering about that arm, though. He ain't really chipping it downfield yet.
I mean, you know what? We're saving it.
Okay. I like
You know what I'm saying? Uncle Jesse's estranged son.
Secret weapon.
Jimmy G.
You heard it here first.
Yes, sir.
All right,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
check this out, y'all.
What we got?
A lot of talk, a lot of buzz going around the Bay Area right now for those that are listening
Blackouts, B.
about the PG&E outage. So
the buzz?
for those of y'all that don't know that are listening outside of California, we only got one electrical company out here in California.
Yeah.
In Northern California.
Up north in the Bay.
Yes, sir.
And that's
San Francisco Bay
PG&E.
Area.
PG&E.
And 2 days ago, they informed the entire Bay Area that there's going to be scheduled power outages
Yep.
across the entire area
What was it, something
of
about high
NorCal.
winds?
High
That
winds.
was the
and-
story they
and
gave us.
humidity.
Yeah,
It's like 33K gonna be
they're trying
affected.
to prevent like them crazy ass fires that have been happening this past consecutive couple years back. Right?
By the way, shout out to Joe Heasy for writing in. One of our listeners, she asked for us to talk about this. So,
Nice.
Joe Heasy
Much
was good.
appreciated.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, y'all? I mean, is it a scam? I mean, you think
That's
this
not.
is just
All right.
you think this is just PG&E
You
trying
guys
to
go
cover
first.
their asses for what happened a few years ago?
Well, they keep fucking up. I mean, they got sued for that explosion a while back.
Yeah.
And then you would think that after that experience, they would stay up on their maintenance, which they have not. And now people are going to be affected from anywhere from 24 hours, from 5 to 7 days. No power, no electricity. Like, going to have to spend extra money at a hotel, go visit family for about a week until they get this together, and they just didn't stay up on it.
So real quick, did anybody in here get affected by the blackouts?
You know what's crazy? Right across the street from my joint is supposed to be, but we're like on the cutoff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're like in our little square, little block radius is like unaffected. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
me too,
fortunate.
man.
Yeah,
'cause,
I'm in the
I
clear
was
right now,
hella
too.
Unprepared. I was literally like, "We're undefeated!" Like I was at the game, and then we're on the way home, and then my boy's like, "You hear that on the radio?" I was like, "Nah, we're undefeated." And then wake up the next morning, and I was like, "Wait, shit, that shit is real." I was like, "We're about to lose the power."
Yeah, I don't
You
get
know
the
what I mean?
reason.
And then, like
They got the money and they got the people.
No, so apparently I was reading up on this. I was doing a little bit of research. Apparently there's some sort of measure passed by Gavin Newsom saying that it's not only the electrical company, but any utility company has to
gas is
de-energize or shut down when it comes down to like high heat or high fire warnings, stuff like that. But
yeah.
you know, they're PG&E catching a lot of shit right now. Did you hear about the PG&E worker that got shot at on the freeway?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
shit.
see-
Hey, you know
they
what?
said someone rolled up
Turn
on
my
him,
power on, motherfucker.
rolled up on him and
Shit.
shot
Hey,
at him.
Hey, where's my power?
So yo, I mean,
Put
it's
off the lights.
serious right now.
God damn.
And
Hey,
you know, I
So
kept
what? So what, you think it's the purge? The purge is upon us?
and I kept hearing from a couple of
You know
my
what I'm
folks,
saying?
right, that thought they were gonna
Hey,
get
stay
affected.
strapped. You know what I'm saying? Don't never leave. Don't leave the house during the day. You know what I mean?
So
They
they said that they went to
come in
Safeway.
5 to 7 days. I'm just saying. I'm saying.
so-
Doomsday preppers are like, I told y'all. They're the ones that, hopefully you know one. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He'll
So-
probably give you a handbook.
Check this. So my folks said that they went to Safeway and Costco, and they said all the batteries, all the
Oh, the
water,
generators.
Wow.
everything was out. I mean,
Oh.
Okay.
it was getting real yesterday.
I have a boat. You want to hear the Bogard theory?
What you got, big?
Okay. So, like,
Bogey.
you know what I'm saying? I know people that dabble.
I know
in
people
the
who know
street-
people.
The street market of marijuana, right? And years ago, when that fire hit,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So many the underworld's crops were burnt up. These acres and acres and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of illegally grown marijuana is gone.
What?
Finito, right?
Right.
Basically overnight. You know what I'm saying? And that fire, and then it was labeled the campfire. If anyone wants to Google that, you know what I'm saying? That's what they call. That's what they dubbed that last fire.
Okay.
So that's what what this preventative measures is for, because of that fire. So here's the Bogard theory. Now that marijuana is legal, now they're like, look, now we got all that area, and it's all government marijuana shit, right?
Okay.
So they're like, we're gonna have to go ahead and turn off all your guys' power because it's high winds. Might risk our crops. Because now this is $1 billion industry, not just $100 million in the street value. Now this is $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's legal.
Welcome to the bay. Science.
It's Bogart theory. Put the 2 and 2. Sometimes 2 and 2 ain't 4. 11. You know what I'm saying?
You got the red string. one post to the next
7
post.
on this one.
That's bogey math.
2
That's
and
bogey
2.
math. What else we got?
7
What
on
else we
this one.
got, y'all?
No, so the athletes.
Yes.
So the new deal, speaking on the governor who signed the bill. I mean, it's Gavin. First of all, he's progressive
Yeah.
as they get.
What do they call
He
it?
wants
What
to
are
be
they? Left wing progressive or something like that?
Something like that. I know he wants to be president. You know, he was the mayor one time of San Francisco.
Hey, real quick, you think he was that kid in kindergarten? You know, they go in a circle. What do you want to be? He comes up, Gavin Newsom, I want to be the president.
Hey.
Yeah, right. Oh, fuck out of here.
Well, I know he's a businessman on top of that.
Okay.
But he did sign that into law for the
like it, though.
athletes and their image, you know.
I like that.
Well, yeah, a lot of cats says it's way overdue.
Bruh,
I mean,
you're, first of all, fuck, what's his name? Tebow. He hated on it right out the gate.
yeah, I did see that interview.
It's like, shut the fuck up, dog. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Just because he never got shit out of his likeness. That sounded like to me like a
I don't
sour
know.
kid. That was
I mean, knowing how his
But what do
Tebow's
they-
character is, that's not what I got from his conversation.
Well,
That's not what I
hate
got
on
from
him.
it. Well, you can hate on him. But I'm just saying, I didn't really get that. Like, to me, it made sense to me. I've always felt like, I never really understood why, if you're going to get a scholarship or they sign a kid, that his school's not paid for. Like, why is it always, you know, they scraping at the bottom? You know, it's like.
Well, his school is full scholarships mean everything's paid for,
Right.
right?
It doesn't sound like these cats are getting covered, though.
So what are they talking about paying them for? Like through endorsements, or are they talking about paying
I think
them?
allowing them
likeness.
to get endorsements
Only for-
too, and like,
yeah.
cause you know Nike
For your
don't do
signature.
like college shit,
Yeah.
or Reebok and all that shit. So
They're
you'd be
blocked, I
able to,
think, by the
like-
NCAA. I'll have to double check that, but as far as I know, that's probably all blocked from them because they can't get involved right now. So that's what, so the NCAA is like all up in arms about this because they're like,
So they
no,
wanna make their own
they're
shit.
yeah. So if you look at how that system is operated for the NCAA, yeah,
But you know what, though?
they don't want to share the pot.
Put it like this: these kids should, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because we might not. Like I definitely didn't come back from like a silver spoon ass. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
We came from humble beginnings, so it's like. I'm all for anyone trying to making some bread out of their likeness.
Right.
I mean, we're doing a podcast for God's sake. It's kind of the same thing. Like,
Bro, I'm Filipino. I came from a house with wooden spoons. You know the ones
what I'm
hanging on the
saying.
walls, bro.
the big ones too, the ones that you
Shit,
put
I've
on
been
the
spanked with
wall.
those wooden spoons. So
Remember the big giant wooden ones?
Hell yeah.
On the walls.
Used to get beat by
Those
those.
are hard.
hell yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
I'll never forget them.
But it's the right call, I think.
It's
But
the
it's only
right
in
call.
California.
And here's my reasoning behind it, right? It's like, what if a kid, 5-star, whatever sport he playing in, I mean, gets hurt, career ending, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least spread the boy out, right, while he's playing.
Or he had some kind of contract that guaranteed X amount.
I mean, I don't think they're giving
Yeah, no,
contracts,
because-
but
No,
So
they're
for
not giving
sure.
contracts. They're based. The whole setup is basically
Allowing them to sell their ass,
just
basically. No, I'm serious. Like,
just your likeness, right? Because I mean, you figure all the video games that were out that had
True.
young athletes, and had their likeness in it, they were not getting a cut for that. All that was going
yeah,
to
and
the
you would have to
NCAA.
agree to it now,
Right.
or they can just be the number.
Or even the jerseys that come out,
Exactly.
like they wasn't getting anything of that. So it's like and I don't think it's going to go for every athlete because you got to be, for those who make the team, you'll get your likeness, you'll get that cut. But I don't think it's going to be every athlete because you figure you still got to be A grade, right?
yeah.
So
I mean, maybe there's tiers to it then.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's definitely tiers. They're not just
Yeah, I think
like,
I have to
just
read the
say
code
anybody.
again or read the law on it, but for the most part, I just know it's about their likeness. So anything towards their likeness, they should be compensated for.
What's the specifics of it? Like, is it just California teams because it's passed in California?
Yeah, it's just in California. California's the only
colleges?
state that passes
I mean,
right now. Yeah. So yeah, so
So
throughout the state.
you know what's crazy? There's gonna be an influx of like kids wanting to go to these schools.
Top tier
Which will be great for the schools.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're still not all gonna get accepted anyway. That never happens.
It's gonna be a
I mean, the
fucking
system
zoo.
that's a
It's
whole
gonna
nother
be
topic for another day,
bananas.
man. The schools, the universities,
I
man, the
wanna see
colleges.
it.
Woo, holla.
I
Dirty
mean,
money,
like,
buddy.
especially, you know what it is too? They want a piece of it now.
That's
know
because they're
if
smarter.
The kids.
It's 'cause they're
if they know
smarter.
if the kids can make money off it, they can maybe have some kind of deal where the school gets a little bit of something, a little bit slight slither.
They're
of the pie,
getting what they
right?
invested in.
Because they already know these kids can get it on their own through social media and
Yeah.
everything. You know what I mean? Like they could do all that already.
Information age, you can make. I mean, it's like one kid.
They don't need this is really let's pass it so the schools can get some money out of this shit. 'Cause
Well,
you
one
know
kid who wasn't
hella
even
money's
who
gonna
wasn't
pour in.
even an athlete lost his scholarship because he was making money off Instagram,
Yeah,
off
that's
his
what I'm
likeness, and he lost his scholarship based off that. Didn't
See what I'm
affect-
saying?
yeah, so it was like, wait a minute, he was doing this
'Cause they
away
want
from
that
school.
little slither of the pie.
And I guess
Not
somehow
the
that was a
whole pie.
knock. Mm-hmm.
That's how they fool you. They're like, I just want a little slither.
Yeah, I'm all for it though. I think
Yeah,
it's way
I think it's
overdue.
dope.
You know, and it's. I mean, what else you setting them up for? I mean, unless you're, you should be going to school, and I mean, that's part. I
These
mean,
kids-
couldn't that
and
be
let's
part
be
of your
clear.
business course
Let's
as
be clear.
well?
A lot of these kids, the kids that are going to get the
Marketing?
endorsements like this,
Uh-huh.
and right, and utilize this shit, they're the ones that are obviously super talented, right?
Right.
So they ain't going to school to I want to be an engineer. No.
Well, a lot of them only doing
You're
one
going
year
to school to
anyway.
ball.
So
You're only doing 1 year anyway.
So
Exactly.
play-
So this is actually could help them because they could learn them young.
Yeah.
You know, how to handle business deals because sometimes because they're obviously going to go to the league. These
Yeah.
people, these players, granted, injuries or whatever.
Right.
Players that are getting these endorsements in college are
But
players that are destined
all
for
right,
the league.
I,
You know what I'm saying?
sitting here just observing and listening, gotta play devil's advocate too.
Okay,
All right.
word. Bust
So
it.
it's all good that they get paid for their likeness. They deserve it.
Okay, Tebow.
Right. However, in the event that they do get hurt,
Right.
I still think that they should focus on studies as well to have that backup career. Right. Like you got
That's true.
a lot of.
I'm just saying though, they're there just to get that. They're there to ball because they can get this bag there now.
yeah, and then once that ball is over, what
what
if
I'm
it's
saying.
over before it's even
But see,
start,
that was
before
my
it
point,
gets
though.
started? Then
But
what?
hear me out. That was my point. So at least they get to learn young.
But they
these
ain't-
business deals.
Right,
So
you'll
'cause
learn-
Then
you'll-
they go to the league. Say they don't pan out in the league.
Well, he's saying they don't even get to the league though. Something happens
Exactly.
while they're
Well, at
already
least you'll have these-
still in
That's
school.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or they go undrafted, or
Right.
something
Which happens a
happens,
lot.
and then now they have that little. If you
You know
really
they're
think
gonna buy
about
them a
it,
big
they're-
old chain too, huh?
but it's not
Because
going to
of
be
that
it's not
first
going to
bag
be
on the chain.
the amount of bread I think that everyone's talking about. Right?
Well, yeah, and I mean that's still gonna have to be negotiated. I'm sure. I mean,
You know.
you're a rising star, so you.
I'm sure
unless
it'll be
it's
a
like
tier system.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're at this school for 4 years, then you know what I'm
Like
saying?
what did
Or
Zion
at
get as
school
soon
for
as he
3
got
years.
out of when he got out of college and he got and signed to the Pelicans? He just got a shoe deal or an endorsement deal with I want to say Jordan.
Was it Jordan?
I know he's with Nike.
Is he with
for
Nike?
sure. Even
Yeah.
though he blew
Well,
them,
Jordan is
them-
Nike,
them
right?
sneaks out.
Basically.
Yeah, so I mean, whatever that market is, I mean, that's
I don't
part of the
know.
tier. But I mean, like I said, it's like you should be. I mean, if you're going to be in school and they're using your likeness, you should be compensated. And I mean, they were even adding in the fact that like their autograph should also be an asset for them while while they have that platform.
Yeah.
So let's go in for it. I mean, but yeah, it's only in California though, so it might be an influx though. But the schools will do what they've been doing. They'll turn them away. They'll have the pick of the litter, and then maybe other states will adopt it. But yeah, starts in California, goes across the country. Seems
You
to
know
be
what
the
I'm
system.
saying? Like the gold rush even.
Hey, speaking
You know what I'm
about
talking about? It's the new gold rush.
speaking about schools, let's transition over to old school versus new school.
Okay, what you
Okay.
got? What
And
you got?
y'all
I like
know
it.
y'all know what I'm
Smooth
gonna get
beat.
into.
That was a smooth
Old school,
transition right there.
Shaquille O'Neal. New
Okay.
school, Dame Dollar. Right, y'all hear that?
Yes,
That shit
sir.
was-
So
was
let's
funny.
hear your thoughts on that real quick, App.
Well,
Give us a little bit of background about what's going
all
on
right.
for those that don't know.
So I don't. For those who haven't heard, Shaq Diesel, NBA All-Star, championship, Lakers, Miami.
Oh, my 3-time MVP, right?
Yeah, let's get it right. 3-time MVP. Shaq
Show
Fu.
some respect.
Show some respect. So he heard an interview from Damian Lillard, who's an NBA player also in Portland, had a conversation with the Breakfast Club, and he was just saying how Shaq just rapped, but he wasn't a rapper. So Shaq heard it, and then he went
Because
in.
Lillard actually now. My bad.
No, you good. No,
actually
it's-
barred up.
he
So
did
I
bar
get
up.
what he was saying now.
But see, that's the thing I was about to
'Cause
get
he's
to.
like, look, he's a rapper, but
Right.
he don't rap.
Well, Shaq did a 4-minute diss track to Damian, and then Damian responded in kind. Now Shaq's beat, the production didn't sound up to par, but you could hear what Shaq was saying. So lyrically, Shaq has always written, as far as I know, it's understood. Shaq always wrote his own bars, so hands down. But then you get Damien who responds to Shaq's diss, and he comes in with better production, comes with the more current, up-to-date flow. Like, but I mean, that's what I'm saying, you old school versus new school. Like, all right, so I just try to keep it, when I was listening to it, just keep it, all right, Shaq, you know, because Shaq got records. Like, I mean, he's got records.
Plaques, B.
He's got plaques, right? And, you know, Dame's on the come up, and then, like, he's been on, like, Sway, you know, doing freestyle, stuff like that. Like, and Dame's got bars. So
Yeah, he's barred up.
I mean, me and my young gun, we was listening to it, and he was like, just like, he wasn't even sure. Like I told him, I had to update because he already knew about Dame, but he didn't know about Shaq rap. I'm like, no, I had to show him some old stuff for Shaq rapping just to kind of bring up to speed. So now I sent him the update too, because now there's like a total of 4 songs, people. 4 songs.
Did Shaq get him back on that second rebuttal? On the first rebuttal?
We'll see.
So we
That's
heard
yet
both.
to be decided. I have my opinion, but you're gonna have to hear that one.
We heard both. I don't even need to hear the second or the third or fourth. I don't even need to hear Shaq's rebuttal or Dame's second rebuttal because Dame was gassing. Now this is what I gotta say about Dame. He's a lot of athletes want to be rappers. Dame can spit.
Dame's got bars.
This dude probably has bars better than
surprised the fuck out of me.
80% of the people making music right
You
now.
know he's from the Bay.
Yeah, he's from the O.
Oh, word.
He's from the
He's
town.
from the town.
But
from the
this
town.
dude
Shout out
is,
to O.
man, he's on another level when it comes to athletes
Hey, he wants to play
making
for
music.
Oakland so bad.
Well, he had an opportunity to do that. Now he said he wants to. Now you know his heart though. He'd be
Yeah.
like, "Nah, I want to. This is
I
where
wanna
I'm
do my
at.
own thing.
You don't want. He already said in the
No
interview
ways.
he don't want to dumb me up with nobody to like to play.
Exactly.
So
Yo, but
he got bars.
But you know, though, Shaq also, this also stems from him speaking on them too in interviews and or not interviews, like after shows.
Shaq's been so angry lately.
Hey, you know what's funny?
He seems
Hold
rich and
on.
angry.
Okay, here's my thing. Is I think like when it comes to this old school, new school shit, it's very entertaining. But if you're like the old school dude initiating it, don't do that. Like I say, if someone's trying to take a stab and it's worth coming down off your high horse or your
Right.
throne,
Yeah.
whatsoever, what have you, even. Right, you know, you step down and fine, but you know, Shaq is like, come on, Shaq, you know.
Well, he didn't put a whole lot in the production.
kinda
So my
clout.
thing is like, did he even care enough?
but here's
Like,
the
Maybe
thing.
thought it was a joke.
Here's the thing. Dame was just speaking the truth. In my
Dame
humble,
Allen killed him.
opinion, and I'm just a dude from the block. No, no fame, no nothing. But Shaq is garbage. I'm gonna just be real.
Bro, you
He
hit him
is
with
garbage.
the 1995, like the fresh. You hit him with the freshest flow he could. He's like, "Where's my 1995 bag?" You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying,
And like,
I
even
mean-
he's like, "I want it to sound like, you know what? Give me some 1999 production."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and like, I didn't think he would like. I don't think he even did his due diligence and when like knew like Damian Lillard like really was barred up like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, he
Because-
probably didn't.
No, I mean now that makes 2 people that Dame bodied this year. He bodied Marvin Bagley
Oh,
from the
that's
Kings.
right. That's right.
shit.
That's right.
Bodied him, and then just
remember that.
bodied Shaq. And
Yeah.
yo, like I said, I don't even need to listen to Shaq's response.
That's
Shaq
good.
counts as like 3 people. So he has like 4 bodies now.
Yo,
I mean, he has some cold lines, and I mean, he has some.
It was cool.
for
It
those
was really cool, but then but there was some times where he'd fall off, and then he came up with another zinger. I was thinking like if you like, cause he was going like back to back, like
Nah,
like
so
wit. You
for
know what I mean?
our
I was like,
listeners,
okay.
look it up. It's called "Rain, Rain, Go Away." Dame Dollar. That was
Dame
his
Dollar.
response to Shaq, and it's fire. Like I would listen to that
Because the beat was tight too.
on repeat just to
Here's the
pick up
thing,
on
though,
all the
back-
punchlines.
back to what I was
Shaq
saying
said,
with
"I'm
the
about a
old
billion. Who
school-
gives a fuck about $1?"
Yo, but he said you got traded for a penny.
That was
That
funny.
he did. That was fire.
That was funny. That
what
gets
I
the
mean?
bogey award. that gets the bogey right there. No, but look at when back when I was saying with the old school versus new school, it's like, man, when the old school dudes come out, it don't matter if you were like super tight, like even like
Right.
super barred up. You know what I'm saying? That new school beat is gonna match what everyone's fucking with. You know what I mean? And then it's gonna be biased towards that.
So you
Even
gotta
if it was
adapt.
like what was it? Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem shit.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? That was kind of like,
That was kind of entertaining.
yeah, well, it was entertaining, but it's like the masses liked it.
But who
So
started that
Machine-
one though? Wasn't that
It
Machine
was
Gun?
like, no, for real, Machine
No,
Gun
because
Kelly,
Machine
like,
Gun said something about Eminem's daughter.
Yeah, and then but
you
see,
can't do that. You know how
Eminem's
that's
so
gonna-
way up here that it didn't get to him till like years later, and then he couldn't let it go. Apparently,
So
he found out he had commented on some shit, and he was like, "What?" It was like 3
Yeah.
years later.
here's another question for y'all.
All right.
Should,
See, he kinda played
should
himself.
we compartmentalize. Did I say that right?
Yeah, compartmentalize.
Yeah,
For sure.
new school and old school. I mean, music should be music, right?
Music is music.
You know what though?
I mean, but there's a
I
lot
think
of
you
discussion
should.
between old school, new school,
Listen.
trap.
But
I mean,
and it
everything
always
is-
happens, though.
like, should it just be hip hop or should it be broken
No,
down into
I think
It's
it
just
genres?
should
hip hop
all
because
be-
it's coming back around.
It should be,
But it's broken
everything.
down
It
into
should be
genres, right? You
Yeah,
got
it's broken down
trap, you
genres.
got
It should be
you know,
genres and
hyphy.
there's a bunch of subgenres. But see, this is why I say that is because to me, as long as we're doing that, it could really like bring individuality full circle because we're definitely in like full on cookie cutter era. And that's the only thing that kind of changes the next cookie
I
cutter.
don't know. This machine is always out there. There's always gonna be
You know
some
what I mean?
cookie
But
cutter
see,
out
like,
there.
because I mean, I am old school
Right.
in that sense. So that's why I do like to distinguish from the new school and old school. I am old school. So in that sense, where it's like, you know what I mean? I like the golden
I mean,
era.
we're talking about 40 years of hip hop right now, though,
But
bro.
see, I'm gonna get to that. So
All
in the I love the golden era, the '90s shit, because it was a time of individuality. So you had several different sounds, you know, coming from different regions. But
And some of that shit still knocks
Here's my
today.
thing about what you said too about 40 years.
Yeah.
Because now we're living in a day where elder statesmen and hip hop can do their thing. You know, because come on, we were just talking about Mick Jagger. He ain't got nothing. He ain't got one real hip. He got both fake hips, still out there, 80-some, killing it.
Hold up. Hey, Bogey, let's tell him.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's tell him your
Ow.
theory.
Now-
Let's tell him your theory real quick, Bogey,
What's that?
on why Mick Jagger is still alive. Tell him your theory. What we're talking
yeah.
about offline. I mean,
Oh,
hey,
that's
this
word.
is mind blowing, bro.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
well,
there it
you know what I'm
is.
saying? Well, Price, you know what I'm saying? You know, he travels a lot, and I had this theory, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're always constantly jumping through time zones, you know what I mean?
Right.
You slow down the aging process. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like you're jumping through time, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? Do the calculations. Carry the one
Bogey.
day. You know what I'm saying?
Another
But see, look
bogeyism,
at
y'all.
This fool, Mick Jagger, and all the rock stars that's still around. You know what I mean? They stay on tour. Like,
They do stay on
nowadays,
tour.
You know what I mean? Look at Madonna. She's like a dinosaur. She's still around. You know what I mean? She's here, right? You know what I'm saying? They just figured it out, dog. Just stay on the plane. Just stay off
Just
the
stay on
ground.
the plane.
Stay on the jet
It just
staying
keep
in
going
time
from
zones.
Eastern time zone
all
to
day.
Pacific all day.
Well, I mean, that's the
Jump
thing, though.
across the pond.
But you don't hear that with rock, though, do you?
Who the
Well,
rock?
yeah,
like
you
the
hear
wrestler?
you hear
I mean,
classic
we got-
rock, you hear like
Okay.
grunge. I
Yeah.
mean, it's broken down into
You do,
subgenres
because-
too.
because,
And those
see,
cats, like you said, still tour.
punk rock,
But a lot of cats
is
are-
definitely like they'll be like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
not
punk
classic,
rock.
punk rock. You know what I mean? Like they are. You know,
Okay.
The genres are fucking.
But to me, I think
they
there's
serious.
there's
I don't know
far
if it's the-
more
maybe it's the title then.
discrimination. There's
Yeah,
far more
maybe they'll
discrimination
name
in
old
rock,
school, new
right?
school's the thing then.
Because you hear a lot of like rock aficionados say some of the newer rock bands aren't really rock and roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But then you get that here with hip hop too, right? You get a lot of the OGs saying music is garbage, hip hop is dying. You know, so the question is hip hop dying or is it evolving?
It's
right?
evolving.
It's always
In my
evolving.
opinion, I think it's
evolving and it splits like a fucking like
an
a
atom.
cell, like an
Yeah.
atom.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
there
it
you
comes
go. I
back.
like that one. We'll go
And
with
it's-
his
and
version.
some stuff is coming
Splits
back.
like an atom.
You know what I'm
what I
saying?
mean?
There's
And
a
it
lot of
just-
conscious music coming back around right now.
I mean,
man.
think of how far it's evolved since Sugar Hill Gang, right?
Word, that part.
I mean, it went from Sugar
See,
Hill Gang and then Rakim was
Look at the
dope,
irony of
man.
that.
DMC. and
How about
then-
that though? The irony is you just said Sugar Hill because it was one dude who had wrote all the rhymes for the dudes, and this dude stole the rhymes to begin with. This dude Hank, whatever.
I think I remember.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? But here, the reason I bring this up because we come full circle, and now we're in an era where people you could just say someone's rhymes. You know what I mean?
Okay,
You know what
I'm saying?
I got another
We
question
got-
for
we
y'all
going
once
with
we
the
done
Like,
with this.
Exactly. Like
Exactly.
people
But-
don't take pride in their rhyme. They're
But
like,
see, now,
fuck it. I'll
that's hip hop versus like R&B and rock because those.
It's true.
Because you figure hip
Or
hop,
pop, what have
pop,
you.
right? Because they say that's that's ghostwriting versus a songwriter, and a ghostwriter is considered in hip hop. You know,
Supposed to be
like
like-
yeah, like
So-
you. I mean, you getting your
You're
bread.
supposed to be
So
ashamed.
what
yeah,
are
but
your
hip hop,
thoughts on
yeah,
that,
but hip
though?
hop is the OGs or like I said, it's always
You're supposed
written
to take
it.
pride
So-
as an
write your
MC,
own.
but maybe it's just rappers. That's why. It's not
Maybe.
MCs.
So you guys just opened up
See?
Pandora's box.
See,
Uh-oh.
but no, it's not. We're still on the same subject. That's why I say it's imperative we keep the genres, because, like you said, this is hip hop. People that in hip hop enthusiasts, they care about the art of the MC.
Yeah.
In rap, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Hey, let me do that hook.
Nah,
Let me
that's
go, hey, let me.
Hey,
Now-
but there's a fine line
Write me
between
a
hip hop
verse.
and rap, right? People get those confused. So two questions for y'all. First, I'm gonna ask Bogey.
Okay.
Define hip hop. Like in your words, what is hip hop to you?
Honestly, to me, hip hop to me is like, you know, conscious rap. You know what I mean? Shit that's just not ignorant. You know what I mean? Like, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I love rap music because I love that ignorant shit. And that, you know, the drug dealing shit. And that, you know, that's rap to me.
So you agree up? Hip-hop and rap? Like, what's the difference?
The difference to me...
I say there's artists out there that I also love growing up. Mind you, I'm a golden era child. Like, the artists I grew up on, you know what I'm saying? They could dabble in both worlds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a Jay-Z.
Well, this is my mindset when it comes to hip-hop and rap. My mindset with hip-hop is something you live. This is what you do every day. Hip-hop is how you live.
I like it.
Where rap is what we do. You know, that's the art of speaking, you know, and writing the flow. So hip-hop is, I am hip-hop. Everything, yeah, no, I mean, that's been my mindset. So when it comes to the music...
Can I change my answer?
I mean, saying to me that's what it is. You know, the shoes, the kicks, you know, the language, the lingo, the slang, all that stuff we do on a daily basis. You know, from the how we change styles. You know, our chains or our bracelets. Like that's the life I live. That's hip hop. So when they ask me, you know, do I rap? I'm like, yeah, I rap. You know, because that's how that's hot fire bars, Dylon.
Yeah.
So back to ghostwriting, right? So it's a controversial sort of subject, right? So, do you consider someone that uses a ghostwriter an MC or not?
If he or she has
no ifs.
No ifs.
It's a hard no.
Because I have
right?
to. It depends on where you are. I think it's levels in the game though.
Recently, that's been accused.
If you let someone write your shit.
No.
That's not the question. I mean, was that the question?
No, I'm saying,
I'm
if you use a ghostwriter, are you an MC?
Oh, if you use a ghostwriter, are you an MC? Hell no.
Like if someone else has to write your rhymes,
if you actually
and write your bars,
if you didn't come into the game writing your own stuff, then to me you're not an MC. But if you start your career writing your own rhymes, doing your own mixtapes, putting out your own music, and then you get to a big machine, and you're still writing your music, but they're like, hey, we got this idea for a song, we want to bring this to you.
Yeah, that's different though.
I might be a little. I'll listen to it. Just be up to it. But I mean, that's the part where I'm saying, like, if you've never done the work,
it's like maybe
then you're not an MC.
I mean, because if you remember earlier this year, there was a lot of talk about.
Or if you can't freestyle, maybe
not, Drake having a ghostwriter, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the female rappers have been accused of using ghostwriters, right?
But then they also like
a lot of women write their own bars for sure.
See, because here's the thing too is like. They're not really
co-writing,
co-writing is cool. I mean, as long as you have creative input,
right?
But to say, hey, here's your song, I want you to do this. I mean, you know what I mean? What is your stance on that?
Yeah, me personally would be against it because it's always been my belief. Like I said, I'm down with co-authoring, co-writing with someone, but I gotta write my own bars.
That's your art.
That's my art. I mean, I'm trying to convey what I'm feeling or what I'm going through or what I'm thinking about, to the audience. So I want that to be part of me. I don't want that to be something just in right or left field.
Public service announcement, if anybody need a ghostwriter, bread me out and I will write all of your bars. And we can say, and you could just bread me out and say that you wrote them.
Like I said, it is a check.
Can I co-write it with you?
That's what I'm saying. Now, don't get me wrong. I will write for somebody to get the bread, but for me
I will
as an
never
artist
let
myself,
anyone write for me.
I don't want somebody to write for me.
Well, because you know why? Because inside you're an MC.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's different. That's the difference. That's why I'm never mad at people that have ghostwriters or co-writers, what have you, if they're not trying to be like a lyricist or an MC.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I love the process of writing when it comes to that.
Well, I'm just saying, it's kind of like a samurai.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at, these motherfuckers is ninjas and shit, but like, this dude's a samurai right here.
Oh, it's an exercise, a training.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's honed his shit. You know what I mean? He holds it to a high regard. You know what I mean? Because that's what MCing is and lyricism. Like, maybe I'm biased. That's what I grew up on. And I don't think it's a dead art either by any means.
Not.
Or hip hop's dead.
No,
it's
not
just
at all.
it's not winning against rap.
Now,
matter of fact, even rap, just trap shit is basically the pop sound. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I guess what's the umbrella then? Because I think it's enough room for all of it. To be honest, I mean, like you said, if you're talking trap, talking conscious, talking gangster, like the umbrella is big when it comes to that. So for me, the umbrella is hip hop and everything. Even when you talk about cats with the mumble rap, you know what I'm saying?
I used to never get mad at the next man from my side getting his. You know what I mean? Like, you know, motherfuckers be hating, oh, you hear so-and-so, he's eating it. Well, I'll never hate because I'm always an advocate of believing there's enough for everybody. So same thing with genres. It's like there's an audience for that. It's just, especially in this era. That's why.
Or you make your own lane. Beautiful. There's a lot of cats who are trying to do that. Like, what's my man? That's still down with Kanye?
Consequence?
Not Consequence.
Saha.
Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. My bad, but I mean, Side of the Moon. I forget his name. Why am I drawing a blank on this dude's name? Because he's rocking right now. But he's just really one of those. To me, he's just like really honest about.
Talking about Kid Cudi.
There it is. Thank you, bro.
Kid
Kid
Cudi.
Cudi.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, got his own. To me, he's like
who came back right.
Yeah,
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kid Cudi, dope, man.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just cut your own lane. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly,
and
like
the umbrella's
a very
just big when it comes to
specific
hip hop.
lane too, and he has a cult following. That you know,
Exactly.
you know what's kind of cool. Excuse me. In that era, that 2008 through like 2011 era. You know, I said 28. 2008 through like 2011 era.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of the artists that came out of that era, like, you know, your J. Cole's, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Your Kendricks, your Big Sean's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got the other guys, the sub guys, like the Wale's, and then the Meek Mills. And who else came out? A lot of people that are still relevant. There's one more that's Mac Miller,
right?
Wiz Khalifa, all these dudes. And the reason I bring up all these names because they all have something in common. They have a cult following. Of course, the top of the three, the heap, like a J. Cole's and Big Sean's and Kendrick's, they made it over the heap. But the rest of them, they didn't even really have to drop none all the time. Because they still go on tour and have all this fucking phenomenal fucking cult following.
Right.
Even J. Cole was like that. But see, J. Cole, like, you know, he's just still sold majorly. You know what I mean? Like in the mainstream, he's always sold.
Yeah, it's that Rock Nation, right?
For a while.
Yeah.
But I think he's been off them for a cool minute, like since like 2015. That dude a nice ass producer too.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't most of that stuff.
He probably wanted. He couldn't wait to get on his own, so he could just own everything. Yeah.
So,
but yeah, cold followings, man, like that's just crazy.
I just remember something. And sorry to jump off subject, but before I forget,
you good?
Yeah,
Jay-Z signing with the NFL. What are your thoughts on that? You think it's him selling out, or
no.
you think he's doing it for the greater good?
I'm a business man.
But look at all the shit he's catching though, right? From everyone that's supporting, just like
Bogey hit it last time when Cap took the check after the suit. That was a wrap.
Kinda fucked him
so
up, yeah.
I mean, you know, all you can do is try to move forward with that. In my opinion, like we know it's like he said, we know what the issue is. They're not gonna give the man a job, so that's a separate issue in my opinion.
But it's bigger than Cap.
It's bigger than Cap, absolutely.
So the question is,
but do you think about the ownership?
Do you think that he's going to use his partnership to advance like community focus?
I know exactly. You want to know,
or do you think he's just doing it for the check?
It's a little bit of A, a little bit of B, and a little bit of C.
Well, we got what? I mean,
what's your A, B, and C, Bogey?
Like he's definitely doing it for the bag.
Yeah.
Like come on. Right?
Yeah.
Then he's definitely doing it to help the community,
which he's known for.
And then he's definitely doing it to hopefully further the little baby steps towards being an owner of one of these motherfuckers.
That part, because you're thinking about there's no
right?
diversity in the ownerships, man.
So do you think the hate is warranted? Because a lot of people went in on him the day after.
I think so.
It was announced that he signed with the NFL.
I think because
they're right to their feelings. I'm not gonna tell him how to feel about it.
He literally made like Rihanna is like one. You know, it's like one of his basically like his daughter in the game.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Or his side piece. I'm just playing Jay.
You better call Becky with the good hair. That's what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? No, but look at
Shoot, B got that pistol.
She could have been done the Super Bowl. Like every year they want Rihanna. And you know what I mean? Ever since that Cap shit, Jay.
Well, it's a business
like,
partnership because he's dealing with the whole, halftime entertainment. So
yeah.
I mean, he's already dealing with the NFL.
But didn't he turn down a halftime show?
He already has the agency as a company, so he has that too. So he's already dealing with NFL,
he's in
NBA.
There, but he's in there talking with them because you
need a voice in there.
So can somebody look this up? Did he turn down a halftime show a year or two ago?
Yeah.
Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now he's pretty much backtracking and saying, I want to do all the
They wanted
halftime
him
shows.
and Beyonce.
And I think that's where the controversy stems.
So a lot of people are beefing about that because he did turn on a show last year because of the cap thing. But the thing about that is the narrative got all fucked up.
Yeah, because then Cap's case was still open, too.
Right.
Once Cap's... I'll keep it all the way funky and solid. Once Cap's shit, when they settled, that was it for that whole movement. Because then it's already fucked on both sides. Because even Eric Reed, he goes on to play and he gets his little cut of whatever it was that they'll never be able to tell us. They might have gave him $2. Fucking we know.
$2 bill.
And then Cap could have maybe. I'm just saying $2.
It's just no. I mean,
It
it's a
might not
tough
even
one though.
been no hundreds of millions or no 50 million plus.
You can't make change unless you got a seat at the table. You can't, unless you got a seat at the table. So
Well, let's just hope that he uses that seat.
I think he's done it
for good. You know what I mean?
I mean, he had Meeks back when he was in jail.
Hey, you know. By the way, with J News, right? You know, he reached out to was it Khalifa, and wants to be part of the.
I'm saying. I mean,
you know
he's
who
a partner
fucks
now
with
with
it?
Khalifa.
You know who fucks with it?
Who's that?
My boy. Man, I'm trying to think of all his nicknames. Fuck it. It's Broadway Joe. You know what I'm saying? My boy Cool Joe. You know what I'm saying? Joe Montana.
Oh, yeah.
He got in early on that shit.
Wow.
You know Joe Montana.
Yeah, you know that 1-6 is always ready. But yo, family, we're going to have to call it a night for the night until the next one.
Yeah.
But before we wrap things up, I want to congratulate our man Marc on his release on his single.
Thank you.
We made it. Quick?
We made
go
it.
Stream it on podcast, baby.
It's actually Prime 1 featuring Marc Price and Sparrow. We made it. Look it up. It's on all streaming platforms right now.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the description. You know what I'm saying? For everybody out there, you might not hear this if the energy's out, but if you hear this, and I'm telling you, just stay strapped. You know what I'm saying? Keep the kids close. Get all the purge is upon us.
So before we end, right? Just wanted to remind y'all. If you like what you hear, if you want to see what we look like in person, if you want to really fuck with us heavy,
that part.
We're at Heddnod on IG. That's at Head HEDD Nod NODD. We're at Facebook.com/Heddnod, spelled the same way.
Yes, sir.
And of course, click and subscribe to our Heddnod YouTube channel.
Yeah, like the joint. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment.
Bogey.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also follow me at Bogard Scott Free World. Also follow me at the GMM Network. And a shout out to Real Fantasy Playmakers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Headline. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
You go.
Shout out to Milk and Honey.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can follow me at Price_VXX on IG, or just look up Marc Price on Facebook. I'm on there too, but not as heavy as I am on IG. But shout out to Clevin, Milk and Honey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you can catch your man over here, Mr. Epik, on IG at Mr. Epik. That's MISTAEPIK. And if you're on the Twitter, because I do go kind of hard on Twitter, it's the MISTA_EPIK. So holla at Heddnod, holla at Bogard, holla at Price, holla at your boy Epik. We back for episode 3, Heddpodd The.WAV, and we out.
Episode 2 in the can, baby.
In the can.